Hey, what's up, everybody? It's time for the second Wilds of Eldraine draft picks video. Here's the second pack that I'm going to open up. It's just your standard draft booster. We're going to open it and see what we would have picked first and second out of this pack had it been our pack one pick one scenario. And it's fun. It's just with some real cards. And we'll see how we do with these packs. So, opening up this pack, we got a Verdant Outrider, Stingblade Assassin, Living Lectern, Unassuming Sage, Leaping Ambush, Wicked Visitor, Skybeast Tracker, which we got in our last pack. Same thing with the Gnawing Crescendo. We have a Borrow Naughty, Twisted Fealty as our first uncommon, Gingerbread Hunter, second uncommon, Princess Takes Flight, next uncommon. We have a Sentinel of Lost Lore as the rare. Dark Tutelage is our uncommon from the extra bonus sheet, and then we have a Mountain and a Knight. So, I think, just looking at this pack already, I love the uncommon slot in this pack as well as this Borrow Naughty. First, let's take a look at the rare and kind of judge it a little bit. Sentinel of Lost Lore, 2 green and a white. When Sentinel of Lost Lore enters the battlefield, choose one or more. Return target card you own in exile that has an adventure to your hand. That's not bad. Put target card you don't own in exile that has an adventure on the bottom of its owner's library. That's cool. Kind of a hate thing that you could do possibly. Or you can exile target's player's graveyard. That could probably not have any effect on the game whatsoever, depending. So, I don't know. I'm not super high on this card. It's a 3/4. I think I would rather just take this Gingerbread Hunter. I think this Gingerbread Hunter is so great in Limited. So it has the puny snack adventure where for 2 and a black, you can give a creature -2/-2, which either finishes off a creature or can outright kill many creatures. That's sweet. And then you can cast this for 4 and a green, and you get Gingerbread Hunter on the battlefield. That's a 5/5 and a food token. I feel like this is great value. One of the best uncommons, and it's in Golgari, which is a really strong color in this set. So I would take that first. Next, this might be slightly controversial, but I would go with Twisted Fealty, personally. I love these sort of effects where you get to steal things from people. That's just me and a personal preference thing. Most of the time, they're not that great. I know that this time around, it's actually pretty good to do this, especially since there are a lot of aggressive decks. You steal something, they can't block with it anymore, use it to hit them. That always feels good. On your end, feels terrible for them. But you also get to make a Wicked roll, which is really cool. So I like this. I would pick that second. And probably Princess Takes Flight third. I've seen a lot of good work with this card. First, it can exile a creature that's like removal straight up. Gives another creature +2/+2 and flying till end of turn. That's great. And then the third step is bad. What you're going to try to do is, so you return that exiled card, but what you kind of want to do is bargain away this enchantment before that happens. And that's like the icing on the cake if you can make that happen. So I took all the uncommons. Next, this is a surprise, I guess, but I guess I'm not high on Sentinel of Lost Lore. I would pick Borrow Naughty. I really like this card. It's for 2 mana. It's a 1/3. But as long as there's any other fairy out there, this has lifelink. So 1/3 is nice. And then it can actually boost itself in terms of its power by just paying some mana. It's a really great card to stabilize you. And it makes it, especially if you have 2 of these or something like that, or 2 fairies, any other fairy with it, this just is hard to stop. So I like that a lot. There are other cards I really like in this pack as well. I'm going to pick Gnawing Crescendo because I feel like I would definitely go for a big, wide rat deck. Gnawing Crescendo is just one of my faves. I know you could probably wait on it. I like it. Then I'd pick the Sentinel of Lost Lore. There's the rare. I just like a lot of other cards more than this. It's a card I don't really play with very often either. I think coming off that, I guess we'd go with the Stingblade Assassin. There's a lot of cards like this where if a creature has taken damage that turn, you can flash this in and that would just kill it off. That comes in useful quite often. I know 3 and a black, 4 total mana is kind of a lot to do, but you can kind of plan for it as well. Other than that, it's a 3/1 flyer. So, I mean, really bad in terms of toughness, but the 3 damage, if they can't kill it, it's gonna hurt. After that, I think we're going to go with Leaping Ambush. This card's impressed me more and more recently. It's a 1 mana trick, instant speed, +1/+3, gains reach, and you get to untap it, so you can really ambush something with this card if they think you're open for attack. I think Unassuming Sage would be next. This is cool. It comes in for 2, so it's a 2/2 for 2, but you can pay 2 more and get a Sorcerer token, so it'd be a 3/3. I think next we go with Skybeast Tracker. Talked about reasons for this last time, but in Golgari it's nice because it can get you food when you cast bigger creatures. Also, it kind of stabilizes you so that you can get bigger creatures out. It has reach, which is really nice. This is a risky card, Dark Tutelage. It says at the beginning of your upkeep, reveal the top card of your library and put that card into your hand. You lose life equal to its mana value. So this is really risky. It's going to make you lose life, but it feels great when you draw land because it costs you nothing. It's just kind of like a fun card. I wouldn't say, if you're seriously trying to win, this is probably not the card to put in, but it's fun every so often. I guess Verdant Outrider would be my next pick. You can pay 2 to make it unblockable by creatures with 2 or less power, and it has 4 power on it, so pretty good. Living Nocturne, I've seen people play this. It makes a decent blocker at 0/4. When you get tired of that, you can turn it into a draw card and then create a Sorcerer token, which is pretty cool. Then I guess we'll just get this 2-drop Wicked Visitor. I never really see this happen much. This guy on the board. One enchantment you control is put into a graveyard. From the battlefield, each opponent loses a life. There are just a lot stronger things in the format than that. So for this particular draft picks, we went with the Gingerbread Hunter first. Twisted Fealty next. Princess Takes Flight. The Borrow Naughty. Gnawing Crescendo. And then the Sentinel of Lost Lore, which was what rare. Then we went with the Stingblade Assassin. A Leaping Ambush. Unassuming Stage, Skybeast Tracker, Dark Tutelage, Verdant Outrider, Living Lectern, and then a Wicked Visitor. Let me know what you thought of that pick order. If you disagree, let me know what you disagreed about and what order you would have done things in. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.